have begun. It's the Endless Honeymoon podcast, live and direct from Savannah, Georgia, and also,
From LA.
strangely enough, you would think that in the Hollywood area is where the movie would be, but the truth is, old MK out here in Savannah, Dana, is doing way more Hollywood business than old Natasha is. You know, right now, I'm really living the original entertainment industry dream.
And
Living in this.
what do you think about being in the South? Any
You know,
impressions?
I recently saw a clip about how the charm and kindness of the South is uh, a smokescreen for ominous and nefarious cruelty below it. But I don't know that that is true because all I experience is their incredible charm. You know, I went to a synagogue here in town where it's was built in the 1700s, and I barely even spoke to someone, and they gave me restaurant recommendations for a town that I was going to. I can't imagine something like that happening in Los Angeles if I lived for a decade and was a live-in roommate slash lover with someone that they would cold email me restaurant suggestions. So far, the charm of the South is very charming.
Love it. Well, we miss you over here on the home front.
How's LA? I hear apparently that it's like a horrifying hellscape, a post-apocalyptic cesspool where you have to swim through rivers of human feces to get to your front door. Anyway, is that true?
Well, the feces part is true, but the rest of it isn't.
The rest of it's a bit of an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Natasha's been campaigning. You've been campaigning all month for Spencer Pratt. Isn't that right, Natasha?
Okay, so I'm offline, and so I don't really know about everything that's going on. What are the chances he's going to win?
Spencer Pratt, reality TV star and Republican candidate for mayor of Los Angeles, is currently polling at number 2 in the mayoral race for Los Angeles. He's trailing Karen Bass, or as he calls her, Karen Basura, running a viral trolling campaign that has not been seen or matched since some early presidential elections from earlier this decade. I would say he is unlikely to win the mayoral race in Los Angeles simply because of the sheer number of Democrats that are registered in the city. But
Is he changing anyone though?
I think he's definitely changing some people. He's got a really cool style. Let me tell you his style. Throw at me any political problem, okay? I'll do what Spencer Pratt does, and any political problem whatsoever. Okay?
Okay.
I'm Pratt.
Um, so there's homeless people
Oh yeah.
everywhere.
We got to get rid of them. We got to take them from where they are, put them somewhere safe, but away from the kids. Lock them up, but in a dignified way. Any other problems?
What are we going to do about rents? They're skyrocketing out of control.
Rent. We got to bring the rents down, make it so that rent is affordable. You can right now the problem is the amount that rent is more than people have money to pay. So when I become mayor, it's going to be less than they have the money to pay, so they will be able to afford it. Any other issues?
What about the school systems? I mean,
Schools.
they've cut all of funding for the arts.
We got to bring the funding back. That's a big thing. My campaign is going to bring the funding back. Right now, funding's down, and so when I become mayor, the funding's going to go up, and the schools have to have plenty of money. And so when I become mayor, they'll have plenty of money. Anything else?
What do we do about the price of food? It's like, and the price of gas.
Oh, big. This is a huge issue for me. Gas has to come way down in price, and food also down. Currently, gas and food are so expensive, people can't afford those things. But when I become mayor, they will be less expensive and people will be able to afford them. Anything else?
What about DEI? Like getting,
DEI is bad, but also bad racism. So when I become mayor, we won't have DEI, but we won't need DEI because all races will be exactly equal. I will equal and level the playing field. No DEI needed. DEI bad, racism bad, diversity good, except not, I don't say that. Anything else?
Wait, so basically, you should run for mayor, Moshe.
Well, everybody says he's got great ideas. It's like, of course he's got great ideas. He says everything you don't like will go away. That's a great idea. I mean, that's just like, I got great ideas about my bank account, which is that it should be bigger. But I don't know that the guy's got much of a plan. Now, I don't really know if I like Karen Bass either. Certainly. I mean, the real truth is about Los Angeles. Los Angeles is not a very strong city when it comes to the mayor. We're not like New York. Like New York, they've got like, the mayor can kind of get shit done. The truth is, what we have here is a system of entrenched, corrupt Democratic politicians. And those are the people that run the city. So it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter who the mayor is.
Once I was in New York, I told you this before, but speaking of mayor, I didn't have money and I was out to dinner with someone and he didn't have money and they were like, would you like still or sparkling? And I was like, we'll just take the tap water. And then the waiter yelled, 2 Giuliani's on table 7.
No, I never heard that. Is that true? What does that even mean?
It means he's announcing to the restaurant that you're not upselling to sparkling or flat bottled water. You're just getting the tap water.
No, I get the humiliation part, but why was it a Giuliani? What does it have to do?
Because he was the mayor.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with ordering tap water?
Because you're getting his water system.
Oh, you're getting straight from Giuliani's personal tap?
I mean, what he's done with the city and the water, whatever it is.
I mean, the real truth is with the LA mayor race, what you're really seeing is that even after 8 straight years of realizing the consequences of an unqualified person who tells you everything you want to hear but has no actual mechanism or experience with enacting the things that they promise. Even after 8 straight years of that, people want to be led by a daddy. People want a daddy so bad that they're just like, is daddy telling me that he loves me in the way that I want to hear it? Then daddy will come through. Even though daddy was pretty freaking clear every single time that daddy would not bring you gifts on Hanukkah, you still go, daddy said he'd bring the gifts, and you still wait. You still go to the window every Hanukkah Eve and say, is dad here? Daddy ain't coming.
So who are these people who aren't using like critical thinking? They're just, you think it's all people who, there's like people have a streak where they want to be saved and they don't think about the reality, which is, why would you believe someone like that? Why would you try,
Well, because the alternative is also bad, which is it's the proven. I mean, this is truly the problem with corrupt systems. Is you look at what you have and you go, this is imminently broken. So even though the person saying, I will fix every part of that imminently broken system is so obviously lying to you, there's at least some shred of hope in your mind that maybe some weird savior will come and rearrange the systems that you know to be broken, that you know you're currently living through. I mean, the democratic system in Los Angeles is not, it's only better in that the policies are more humane and more in alignment with what I believe in. It's certainly not better in that it is a shining beacon of the way cities should be run. Now, I'm talking a big game. The truth is, Natasha, I don't really know that much of what I'm talking about. I do know that I think reality TV stars should no longer run for public office. That I feel pretty comfortable with.
All right. Well, listen, we have some people waiting to talk to us. We're doing a video podcast today. We're not just doing audio only, even though I'm speaking from a closet. Moshe, should we take a call?
Let's do it. That sounds exciting and fun. I love calls. Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe?
2027, new me. I'm going to start exercising even more, but going to the gym is such a drag. I don't know what to do. And then I found Tonal, the gym that comes to you and looks so slick, you'll know just what to do.
Well, you know, how things look, especially if it's a piece of machinery attached to my house, is very important to me. And Tonal is beautiful and very low profile. Tonal provides the convenience of a full gym and the guidance of a personal trainer anytime at home with one sleek system.
It's not one of these things that's gonna like be an eyesore and you're gonna put it on your porch and go, oh God, I can't believe my dad got that thing. He always falls for shit like this. No, this is just a sleek little flat screen looking TV with weights built into it and trainers inside of the TV that you can click. They don't live in there, but digitally they've found a way to broadcast them on your Tonal. You just take a quick assessment. Tonal sets your optimal weight for every move, and it adjusts in 1 pound increments as you get stronger, so you're always challenged.
Also, it's designed to reduce your mental load. It tells you what you need to do. Tonal is the ultimate strength training system, helping you focus less on workout planning and more on getting results. Tonal lets you choose from a variety of expert-led workouts, from strength to arrow hit to yoga to mobility, and it'll keep you coming back for more.
No more second guessing your form. Tonal will give you real-time coaching cues to dial in that form and help you lift safely and effectively. As everybody knows, getting stronger is the best way to age gracefully. So start now. The ultimate strength training system that tracks your progress to take the guesswork out of working out. It's Tonal. And right now, Tonal is offering our listeners $200 off their Tonal purchase with the promo code HONEYMOON.
That's Tonal.com. Use promo code HONEYMOON for frickin' $200 off your purchase. Okay, let's talk to Spencer from Boston.
We've got Spencer in the building.
How's it going, guys?
Looking like you're calling in from the break room. Is that about right? Is this the break room at work?
Nailed it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Nailed it.
Yes. Wait, Spencer, you get bonus points if you can guess. If you can,
yes, indeed. I'm waiting for everybody to leave.
you can get bonus points if you can guess vaguely where I'm calling from. Is this my house, or is this sort of a... What kind of vibe you getting?
Is this the Savannah hotel room? What are we doing
Pretty
here?
good, man. Pretty good, Spencer. You get bonus points.
There's some southern charm in the way it's painted, I think.
Oh, you think the right here, the little...
Yeah, it's quite dark.
It is very dark.
Bold
No.
choice.
Actually, Spencer, it's darker than you think. Natasha, Spencer, here's the architectural style of Savannah. Every house is basically a mansion with a small pied-à-terre underneath the mansion with a door where you can get from the pied-à-terre to the mansion. And you go, I wonder why every single house is fabulously wealthy but has a small area where a person could come up and then go, that's right. The wealth comes from slavery and I'm living in a slave quarter.
That's like, it's funny though, if that was in a brownstone in New York, that
Different
would
vibe.
probably be $7,000 a month.
And the truth is, Savannah is a gorgeous place, and the people here have been lovely. Spencer, how can we help you?
So thank you guys for having me on. Huge fan of the pod and both of you. So this is exciting. So I had originally written in because my wife and I are trying to navigate a grandparent situation. We, for lack of a better term, don't have a lot of grandparent involvement from either side. My wife's parents have a lot of health issues and kind of live in their own world, and we hear from them when they need something primarily, but that's mostly it. They don't live that far away, 45 minutes maybe, but our interaction with them is pretty limited. My parents are wonderful people, and they've been great grandparents to my sister's kids, who are in their teens now. My daughter, who's wonderful and creative and has a lot of my sort of ADHD traits, more or less, she is kind of the left out one. And we're trying to kind of figure out, like, what do we do, and is it even worth sort of approaching with them? Because so my wife and I have been married for about 16 years. We have, our daughter's 11. We have been, trying to make sure that we're involving my parents and her parents, inviting them to come to her events, things like that. But we find that we are always doing the asking. It's not like they're coming over, even when she was really little, like, hey, you guys, I'll come take her. You guys go out, do your thing, you know.
Are you getting the vibe they don't want to be around her?
So I don't think there's like, oh, we can't stand, you know, like she's obnoxious or anything, nothing like that. I think that in my eyes, they sort of cashed it all in for my nieces, and now they're like, yeah, I just don't. We're kind of like, we're done, man. Like we just don't have that kind of space left up here, you know, and it's unfortunate because, you know, I think that they are very, very capable, as we've seen, of providing that sort of grandparent relationship and that really nurturing kind of thing. And I think that's why it's extra hard, because we find that we're always saying like, hey, can our daughter come and stay at your house, or can we come and visit? And it's very rarely the opposite. And you know, like even on my daughter's birthday, it's like she gets, you know, my parents will, it's a very boomery Facebook post thing, and it's like, you know, when it's my niece's birthday, it's got these, you know, big, strong adjectives about them, and, you know, what a fierce warrior, blah, 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 whole thing. And then, you know, when my daughter turns 10, it's like, oh, our gymnast is 10. And yeah, anything else on the matter or whatever? And
Do you feel like it has to do with the relationship you have with your parents? Like, is your sibling who has the other nieces, do they have a different relationship or dynamic? Maybe this is about you, is what I'm saying.
right, it's a great question. I mean, I get along with my parents quite well. I think that you mentioned about sort of their relationship with my sister. My sister and I are very different, and I don't mean that in a negative way per se, but I think that their relationship with her is much more like they see her as sort of needing more attention, guidance, oversight almost. She was somewhat recently, like within the last 2 years, divorced, and so she kind of went through a tough spell, and I think I've just naturally been more independent over the years, so I just feel like there's a little bit of out of sight, out of mind, where they don't see me as sort of needing that type of attention, and it's kind of a like, hey, he's fine, he's not, you know, our lives in a lot of ways are very boring, you know what I mean? Like we're not a lot of drama, we don't have like, you know, money issues, we're not, you know, so we're kind of just like, hey, they're good, we're just going to kind of focus on the people that need it.
I see the design scheme of your office. We know that there's some parts of you that are a little bit boring. But zing, Spencer, gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm thinking there is a little bit of a delay.
I was waiting for the first burn, man.
All these jokes are going to be slightly behind, so this could be interesting. I think it sounds like
Delayed burn. I'm down for that.
Yeah. It sounds like, to me, I'm trying to figure this out because it's a little complicated. My first instinct, because we have that going on. The truth is, you know, our grandparents of our kid are a little bit less, I'd say, hyper involved than I would have anticipated based on my own relationship with my grandmother. But then I started to realize, like, you know, we waited a long time, and this is sort of the cost of doing business when you have kids late, is that your grandparents are that much older and they have that much less life energy to give to your kids. And I even thought, while you were saying it, like maybe they developed the relationship with these older kids while they had more, and therefore they have more to say. But now I'm even thinking it might even be deeper than that, which is maybe they think you need, because they need to care for you less than your sibling, they maybe think that transfers intergenerationally. You know, that they have to care more for those grandkids too, that the whole family unit needs more. And they might not be doing it on purpose. They might not even be realizing they're doing it. That brings up my first question. Have you explicitly said, hey, it would be nice? And what did they say when you?
So yeah, that's a great way to phrase it, because it is that kind of I think there was a lot of sort of cashing in those chips with the older nieces, and kind of like, it's not so much that there isn't some left over, but I agree that the kind of out of sight, out of mind tends to be my first thought. But a few years ago, my father turned 70, and we went on a trip, and I don't know exactly how we got to it, but I had said something like, well, it kind of doesn't matter because, like, what my daughter wants to do isn't really taken into account anyway. And the response was, we love all of our grandchildren equally. And to me, if you have to point that out, it is a little bit of a red flag to begin with. But second of all, like if she sleeps over their house, my daughter, for instance, instead of just being like, hey, like it was cool to have her over or whatever, or in my eyes, if there was a little bit of like, she was having trouble falling asleep or she was just kind of needy or whatever, I don't know that pointing that out or whatever is really helpful for any of us. But a lot of times it'll be like, oh, how'd she do? Well, I mean, took a long time to go to sleep. And you're like, okay, well, it's meant to be an imposition. This is, I just wanted her to hang out with her grandparents. You know what I mean? And so,
Do you know that they don't do that to your sister's kids too? Do you know that interaction is more, oh my God, what angels they were when they slept over, straight to bed for the little fudge wickles?
You're right. I don't have that. I don't have that proof, but I guess I'm only looking from my perspective of, I'm not usually around when that happens, but they have spent so much more time at my parents' house with them that it's almost like it's so normalized now. And with my daughter, it's like a special occasion. And
all right,
I think that's where some of it comes from.
Okay, I got it. Your problem here. Oh, Natasha, you got it too? Go ahead, Natasha.
No, you go first and then throw to me.
Okay, this seems like a very classic case of compare and despair. Now, you may be right about every assumption that you're making. You may be right, but it does you no good to assume that you're right and act accordingly. Oh, they probably treat my sister's kids better when they spend the night. Oh, they probably, and you're doing forensic Facebook examinations of posts going, oh, how many adjectives did they use to describe their affection? And then you superimpose it to you red thread it to the, the way that and it just does you no good. Like, it doesn't matter. Maybe they are nicer to those kids. That's probably even true, but it doesn't help you any to figure out how much nicer they are to those kids. The only thing that can help you is to say directly and not passive aggressively, it doesn't matter what my fucking daughter wants because she's just a dumb shit in your eyes. It's just to say, hey, I need a little bit more of this kind of stuff from my kid. Oh, well, we love all their kids the same. I'm sure you do. I'm not saying you don't. But I just need to see a little bit more of this because it makes me self-conscious and see what happens. The truth is, old people are so difficult to get to adjust in any way. But this whole thing where you're comparing all these things that you've decided are better about the way they treat the other kids, that gets you nowhere. Don't ask them what they're doing in comparison to their other grandkids. Find out what they can do with you and your kid, because that's the relationship that matters. Natasha, I throw to you.
Well, we're not talking about one really important character in this, which is your daughter. Like, does she notice it?
Awesome question. And Moshe, thank you for that. I think that's awesome. And I am not a fan of passive aggressive behavior in general. So you're right. If that was me in their shoes, I wouldn't want that either. Yes. So Natasha, part of that is that she's now old enough. She's 11. She's very savvy in terms of like, she notices things. She's aware. And she made some comment or something about like, we were going to some holiday event where everyone was going to be there. And she basically said like, well, no one really pays attention to me while we're there anyway. And I was like, well, she's not totally wrong, but it's also a bummer to hear it because for a while when she was younger, you could kind of glaze over it and she probably wouldn't notice or whatever. But she's sort of in that, like, she's 11, so the younger kids, my cousin's kids and whatnot are really little, and my nieces are in their teens, so she's that in between, doesn't really have other kids who are that age, and she's an only child. So, you're right. And I think getting back to something Moshe said too is like, I don't think my parents are doing this maliciously. I don't think that there's any desire for them to be like, oh God, she is the worst or anything like that. I think it's very much I don't realize that this is happening, and I've tried to kind of give them that feedback, but it's funny because I've talked about this in therapy sort of extensively, and one of the things my therapist said was, as like you said, Moshe, to change somebody in that age, he basically said, if you think talking to them is going to result in like a major change, you might be in for sort of a reality check, because a lot of times having that conversation, they have too much of sort of an ego block to ever be like, hey, you're right, we totally, we need to change how we do things. It's kind of like, a lot of the times I get the response of like, oh, that's not the case, or kind of a quick change of topic or what have you. And so, one of the things that I've tried to consider is like, legit, is this sort of worth approaching in such a way, or is it like the more time goes by, the more I try to address it, it's kind of like the less likely that anything is going to come of it?
Well, I think that you have a thing that you could bring up just based on what you said. That your daughter, now it's not even about fighting, right? It's not about you going, Mom, Dad, I see that you don't treat my daughter well. It's about you saying, I noticed something that she said the other day, which is that, nobody pays attention to me when I go over there. She said it. I mean, maybe it's throwing her under the bus a little bit, but there's something good about throwing her under the bus in this way, because she's, 11 and is a bit of an innocent. I mean, some people are immature enough to transfer their resentment and use their ego block on an 11-year-old, but most people I feel like will go, well, wow. Even though I don't agree with her assessment, maybe it's enough pause for me to rethink. Natasha, you were going to say something?
I think that you should just keep inviting them to do things, just like ramp it up. Instead of saying something, just like, hey, you guys want to come over for dinner? Hey, make sure it's Grandparents' Day. Hey, come to the school play. Like, just double it up. Have them watch her. That's why they're there. We always ask.
You're thinking like a more direct approach kind of thing?
Yeah, like just amp it up. It's like, she said that she loves them all the same. Well, okay, we'll just keep inviting her to stuff.
Prove it, motherfucker.
And then also, I would also like to say I have a very white hot take.
Yeah? That's when a white woman has a hot take?
Yeah, I have a white woman hot take. I think your grandparents are also elderly people, or your parents are elderly people with a phone addiction. And I think that everyone's like more into their phone now, and like
that's an awesome point, because another thing that my daughter has said is, when we go over there, my mom, she's always on her iPad and just doing whatever, and I'm like, that to me is the red flag of like, your child's child is here, and yet you're sitting here doing whatever on an iPad.
All right, I'm on your grandparents' side now.
Something we don't tell our kids to do.
No, because
I'm on your grandparents' side now. Your daughter seems totally uptight, dude. And sometimes people just gotta scroll.
No, because when the other kids were young, they weren't as addicted, and they
That's a good point. Now that's a really good point, Natasha, because my whole thing when I was hearing you describe it is like, oh, they're just too old. And then I was like, but that doesn't quite explain why they are better with the first group of kids. And she might be right. Their brains might have been less. Their brains were not as old and not as addicted when your sister had kids. And so maybe I think Natasha's right. You just break through. You don't even stop keeping score and start just attempting to play the game. Stop keeping score, play the game.
Okay, I think we helped you. You're welcome.
Nailed it.
That's already a show, Moshe.
Thank you, guys. Love you both.
Thank you, Spencer. Good luck. And your daughter's cool, so whatever. Who gives a shit?
Thank you, guys.
Have mercy on them. Their brains are fried.
All right.
I will.
Bye, Spencer.
Promise.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe.
You're in the middle of one of your classic Natasha Leggero redecoration frenzies. Do you have any suggestions on where people can go when they want to buy, I don't know, freaking everything?
Yeah, Moshe, I do. It's called Wayfair.com. I did this really cool thing where I went to Beverly Hills and took some pictures of some really beautiful furniture, and then I went online and I got some of the same beautiful furniture that looks just as cool with some of the exact same dimensions as the ones that were thousands and thousands of dollars. And I got some freaking deals on Wayfair. I got these beautiful wicker chairs that go outside that are all weather. They look so cool. They're sleek. I've seen these things priced at $3,000 each. And I got these babies for $400. I love a deal, especially when it looks good. Wayfair has everything you want.
It's got literally everything. And as Natasha said, they meet the Natasha Ojero aesthetic seal of approval, which is a difficult barrier to get across. And it's not gonna break the bank. You can shop with confidence too, because there's over 20 million verified 5-star reviews on their products that'll help you make the right call. You can shop with Wayfair Verified, which is your shortcut to the good stuff, and they've got a team of product specialists that vets everything by hand using a 10-point quality inspection so that you know you're getting a quality piece. You don't have to worry about that for no matter what the budget is.
You know what else I got? I got this beautiful bed. So I wanted to buy this bed. It was $3,500. It's cream boucle and it has like an arched headboard, and it was very specific. I freaking found it on there, and guess how much it was?
How much was it?
$385.
That's 10 times less, or less by a factor of 10. I don't know what the math is, but I know what you should do, which is get prepped for patio season for way less. If you're ready for this summer to be sitting out on your veranda sipping a mint julep, well, go ahead and head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home.
They also have installation and assembly services available for a truly seamless experience. Get prepped for patio season for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home.
Guys, here is some news. Unfortunately, my boss, Judd Apatow, the comedic genius that he is, has requested me, knowing that there's another genius in his midst, to come with him to a location scout, and I actually have to go right now. So
All right, well,
I'm
call
going
us
to
later.
run. Here's the thing that I'm going to suggest. Natasha, why don't you stay and finish out this episode? We had another call on the line. Why don't you just do this one yourself? It's never been done before in the history of the Endless Honeymoon podcast, and I think it'll be kind of cool to give the listeners a different vibe of what it's like when I shut the fuck up.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, Natasha's solo episode, Priscilla in Texas. Hey, Priscilla.
Hi. I didn't know I was going to get such one-on-one attention.
Well, I was going to ask you if you were more of a Moshe fan or a Natasha fan.
Oh, I'm both of y'all's fans.
You had to pick.
If I had to pick you, obviously.
Well, thank you for admitting that. All right, well, Moshe had to run, but we thought maybe you and I could have some one-on-one time. So tell me what's going on.
Excellent. Yes. So the overview, my friend and I have independently identified her sister and my close friend, who are both in their early 40s, as a great on-paper match, if you will, to be together. But neither of us have ever played matchmaker before, so we need help like choosing the best strategy to set them up.
Can you repeat how they are related to you?
So it's my good friend. He's a man, and it's her sister.
And you want to match these people.
Yes, yes. Yeah, both of us independently,
Why?
like, we came up with the same thought. They have a lot in common. They're very, very similar. We just think that they would be a good match together. So they both like foster animals. They both have like the same religious beliefs. They both have the same hobbies. They both own a house. They have a lot of similarities.
So why don't you and your friend throw a dinner party with your partners and them and maybe one other person who's helpful and fun. And why don't you have a little party dinner?
Yeah, that we had two different strategies that we had come up with, so we didn't know if that one of the two would be a good approach. So yeah, and that was like, I guess was going to be a follow-up question too, is like if we introduce them together, if we like, I don't know, set up a date for them, because I don't want to just like throw their numbers at each other, because then I don't know if they're going to like follow up or anything. So I don't know if you want to hear like the two kind of scenarios we came up with.
Yes, please.
Okay. So the first one was, kind of to protect everyone's feelings. We're always very considerate of that. Was that we would like tell both of them, right, that we have someone in mind for them that we would like, we're thinking of maybe introducing them to, and that while we're
Wait, hold on. How do you and your friend tell them this at the same time? Are you going to have like a text chain or something?
like, we would just like, I would just tell my friend, like, hey, I know you're single. And I know somebody who I think you would just match with, but I'm not sure if they're single. Like, let me figure it out. I don't know their status. And let me go ask. But then at the same time, she's telling her sister the same thing. And then we would like send them like their photos and whatever. And so if somebody were to say, if either of them would be like, no, I'm not interested type of thing, we could then just tell them like, oh, turns out they're not single. Sorry. And then we can just go about our days or whatever. That way they don't really know that the other person didn't said like, oh, not interested. So that's the like kind of protect feelings scenario.
Okay. Next.
And so the other one is more of just tell them the truth that we both independently realize that they would be a great fit for each other and that we want them to trust us because we know them. Like I've known my friend for 20 years and that they should just really give it a shot and give it a try because we know them so well. And that obviously their love lives haven't been going so well. And so they should really give it a shot and that they should really connect with each other. And so then my follow-up question was then how do we like really connect them together?
Well, I think that since the person has been your friend for 20 years, you should ask them. You should say, hey, I really want to set you up with this person. It doesn't even have to have anything to do with your friend. Would you want me to like send you his picture? Do you think you'd be interested? Or we could like throw a little party and you could come over for dinner and you could meet him. Like, what would you prefer? And you could ask her, is that, I mean, because she's your friend.
Mm-hmm.
I think you really want to, I know you have this idea that you want to play matchmaker and you're dressed for the part. It's like you want to like get in there, but
Mm-hmm.
it's their lives, so ask
Mm-hmm.
her, ask her what she thinks. And I'm friends with blank, and I just think you guys would be such a good match. Like, what would be the most comfortable way for you? Like, should we all like have dinner, like a triple date kind of thing, because I
Mm-hmm.
don't like the first thing where you just send photos and you both send photos at the same time. It feels so like orchestrated. I don't know. I would just ask your friend.
I think that's a good idea of them having some say in their lives.
You want to play this like whimsical, like I know you're not going to see it at first, but I'm going to matchmaker, make me a match, find me a find, catch me a catch,
Yes,
matchmaker,
yeah.
matchmaker,
Hmm.
bring me. Yeah, you have this fantasy, which is very
Hmm.
cute. That's why I
Yeah.
suggested you have a dinner, but why not ask her? 'Cause she might get mad. She might be like, that was so awkward. Like, were you like setting me up? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Or it could be like a game night. They do like um, that type of interaction too.
Perfect.
Um, yeah.
And the truth is, if there's six people there and they are two of them and they don't click at the game night, it's
Hmm.
probably not meant to be. If, so it's like,
Right.
they'll meet each other and maybe you guys will be right and maybe you'll be wrong. But, try to any information that you think is really important to her, like religion or whatever it is,
Hmm.
politics, I don't know. You can say, like, you can tell her I just think you guys have a lot in common. You can name one or two of like those really important things. So she'll know
Hmm.
that going into the game night. And then
Hmm.
just let it sit back, have your martini, and watch it. But ask her
Yeah.
first. She might be seeing someone.
I do know like currently both of them are single. So so yeah, it's just a matter of how to get them. And yeah, it is kind of that organically but not organically necessarily getting them together of that the scenario of yeah, dinner or game night and that it's not so much pressure for them to meet.
Give yourself a break. Are you sure you don't like one of these people?
Well, I'm married, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Bring your
Yeah.
partner in.
Hmm.
It's perfect. You and your partner, uh, and then your friend and theirs, and then these two, and just get the okay with your friend and have the
Hmm.
game night.
Yeah.
And it's still considered a mitzvah.
Yeah.
You'll still be the orchestrator. You can still tell everybody that you set them up.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can still say that I was the puppeteer.
Okay, well, I'm sorry Moshe wasn't here to interrupt.
That's okay. That's right. He probably wouldn't have had
Exactly.
as much to say as you did, so that's all right.
All right, well, good luck and have fun and call her.
Well, thank you, Natasha. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye. Okay, thanks for listening. Sorry Moshe wasn't there to hog the conversation for the last few minutes, but you know what? I hope you liked it. And by the way, if you have any secrets and you want to get it off your chest and you want to be anonymous. That's going to be the new thing. Anonymous. Leave an anonymous secret at 213-222-8608. That's 213-222-8608. Also, write advice, endlesshoneymoonpod at gmail.com. Give us an email, give us a call, and love you.